Haters have one job. It's to hate. That's all they do. You all on social media. Y'all have a lot of millennials in here. It's people just troll to say something negative. Right. I don't care what you do, what you post. I don't understand people like that. But people hate because they jealous. If you really want to be successful, you gotta have a lot of dog in you. You gotta be mean sometimes. Because life ain't fair. Life is hard, man. It is not fair. Like you have happen to you that just, you go, man, why this happened? Because life ain't fair. But life ain't fair to nobody. You just gotta fight through, man. You gotta bite back sometimes. It's like haters. When you get haters, people's opinion of you is none of your business. They saying about, they don't even know me. So I don't give them no energy. So I just keep going through. But then I tell you something too, haters motivate me. Because when they talking about me, that means I'm doing something. If you have no haters, if you don't have any haters, you need to get some. You need to get some haters. Because if you have no haters, you ain't doing nothing, man. There's times I felt like giving up. I mean, no matter who you are, if you have a goal in life, everybody has a turn back moment. Everybody has a crossroad. If you haven't been at it, it's coming. You can either decide to continue or to quit, to go forward or to go back. You're gonna always have that decision. But what I did was, I made all of my dreams bigger than my fears. So when I felt like quitting, the results would have been devastating to the goal I was trying to attain. See, I was so sick of being poor. My motivation was, I was just exhausted from poverty. I couldn't do this no more. I was sick of living in my car. I've been living in my car for 3 years. I was sick of not having money. I was sick of not having a bathroom, a front door. And so for me to quit, and see, that's what people do. People quit when it's at their hardest moment. But if it's at your hardest moment, why would you quit? Somebody sent me a plaque one time that said, if you're going through hell, why stop there? I mean, think about it. If you're going through hell, why stop there? You in hell. Move, keep going. And I just could not see myself not being successful. And so since I was already at my lowest point, how much lower can I go? I figured if I quit, I'd go lower than that. I didn't need that.
Today now, everybody wants everybody to think the same thing. Otherwise, they're evil, or otherwise they could hurt me. Whatever happened to sticks and stones will break your bones and words will never hurt me. We have this whole thing that words are evil. Words are action. It's bullshit. And all it does is make you incredibly weak as a human being. And you're more than that. We all are more than that. But you know what? Like a kid that's never broken their bones, definitely afraid of breaking the bone. But if you're a kid and you're rough and tumble, you broke multiple bones and they healed, you don't have any fear of it. There's so many kids that have been raised to be safe and secure every moment. Anything that's insecure or unsafe, they don't want to be a part of, including language. And what it does is make you incredibly weak and fearful. And that's why there's so many people that are abundant that are angry all the time. Because they're angry because they're not growing. So don't get me wrong. I know some people are not a good influence. I'm not denying that. I'm just saying you're more than somebody's influence unless you obsess about it every moment and make them wrong so you can make yourself feel superior morally, psychologically, or spiritually. That's bullshit. Stop the pattern. We've all done it. Catch yourself. Because if you want joy, happiness, and freedom and an extraordinary life, it will not come from blame. Never. There's no pride that comes from blame. I don't mean fake pride where you make shit up to feel good. I'm talking about real pride. Pride is something you earn. Like people tell me, oh, I have no self-esteem because my parents used to say this or they'd say that. I'd say that's such bullshit. I'm not saying it's bullshit they didn't say that. I said it's bullshit, that's why you don't have self-esteem. Self-esteem does not come from what people say about you. Self-esteem comes from what you experience about yourself and you learn to grow. You go, they're in my life. If someone can get your goat, if someone can piss you off, if someone can make you feel less than, that's God coming to you saying, grow. You need some spiritual growth. There's got to be some change in your perception, your belief, your emotions, your spiritual look of life. So that can't happen anymore. And when it happens, like at 61, I've been through so many of those things. And I like to do things in mass. I took on big challenges so I'd have to grow more. But then life throws them at you too. When they come, you just go, okay, it's going to have me until I grow. What needs a shift in me so that it no longer has an impact?
and this is what I love about my haters. You know, and I just believe you can get something out of everything. You know, I think everything teaches. If you're with a 3-month-old, if you pay attention, they're teaching you something. I mean, it's something you can get out of watching this 3-month-old that's not concerned about time. You know what I'm saying? He's not on the etiquette thing. I mean, he's just living free. You know, and so for me, the one thing I love about my haters is they give me a perspective that my mother doesn't give me. My mom loves me so much that I think, you know, there are times where, you know, she may want to correct me and she's like, I don't want to hurt his self-esteem. You know, or my wife, you know, may not say a certain thing because she's like, I'm not 100% sure. I'm not in the field. Maybe I shouldn't say that. But I find that my haters say what's on their mind, you know, and sometimes what they say is real. You know, that there's some adjustments that I need to make. You know, now I don't take their hate and allow it to tear me down, but there are things that they say, you know, about me. I'll never forget this one guy who was hating on me was talking about how I had 4 or 5 jobs. You know, he's like, he's doing this and he's doing that, and he's doing that. And I thought about it one day and was like, okay, what is he saying? Now, take away that he's not making his dreams become a reality, and he's jealous about the fact that I'm fearless, that I'm going out here and I'm trying it. Yeah. But there was some validation in what he was saying, in that if you're doing too much and you don't have a solid focus, you may not be getting the most out of your life. And I was like, you know what, he's telling the truth. And so I started to narrow my focus. Haters have given me that extra, that edge, that advantage, that I know that they're always in the backdrop waiting for me to make a mistake. They're waiting for me to fall. They're waiting for me, you know, to come out with a video that doesn't represent, you know, the videos I've done before. They're waiting. And so I'm going to keep them waiting.
A gentleman who dramatically transformed my life, I was a junior at Booker T. Washington High School in Miami, Florida, and I went in his class looking for another friend, and he said, go to the board and work this problem out for me. I said, sir, I can't do that. He said, why not? I said, I'm not one of your students. He said, do it anyhow. And the other kids started laughing, saying, he's Leslie, he's DT. And he said, what's DT? His brother is smart, but he's the dumb twin. And I said, I am, sir. And he came from behind his desk and he pointed at me and said, don't you ever say that again. Someone's opinion of you does not have to become your reality. And he taught me 3 things. He said, if you want to become successful in life, young man, he said, number 1, you got to change your mindset. He said, you don't get in life what you want, you get in life what you are. Number 2, practice OQP, only quality people. You earn within $2,000 to $3,000 of your closest friends. I found that out. I left all my broke friends. I said, y'all got to go. Because I used to be so broke, I'd pass the bank and trip the alarm, you know? And the 3rd thing he said, develop your communication skills, because once you open your mouth, you tell the world who you are.
And that's there. You know, there's so much going wrong and going off in this world, that if people can focus on themselves being better versus throwing hate and all this that happens out there and people talking, I won't mention no people's names. I'm not trying to hurt you, man. But I'm trying to be the standard. And sometimes life is just not fun when you're like, can't do that, can't say that, gotta watch out for that. Yeah. I gotta wake up today. I gotta grind, because there may be a motherfucker out there that sees me in their car that says, all right, I'm gonna go home and be better today.